Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeon Pop, where today we are playing Lorei, the Color Guard Chronicles. I'm Melissa. I'll be your DM for the evening, and with me, as always, are my wonderful players. Say hi, wonderful players.
Howdy ho.
We are missing Patsy tonight. They're not feeling well, but probably back next week. We'll see. Assuming they feel better, of course. So that's fun. Other announcements. Dungeon Sphere on Wednesday, where we're doing stuff. I don't remember what. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a million years. But everyone is very quiet all of a sudden. It's making me very nervous. I don't know why.
We got all our nonsense out before.
Oh,
we're trying something new where we actually let you get through the announcements before we make side comments.
I like it, except for I don't know why, but all of a sudden I just had this sinking feeling in my stomach. I was like, weird. Anyways, we also have a YouTube where old episodes have been posting. Episode 5 of Rhez went up on Saturday, so that's fun. And we are almost caught up on Dungeon Sphere, which means instead of 2 episodes of Dungeon Sphere and 1 episode of Rhez a week, it'll be the opposite. And then we'll get caught up on Rhez. And then it'll almost be like people can just watch the VODs on YouTube right before instead of having to catch them on Twitch. And it'll be amazing. I'm very excited for that. But it will mean I'll have to actually edit the episodes right away. That'll be interesting. Anyways, YouTube. Let's see if this actually goes to it. I don't know if it will or not because YouTube changed their thing. And so now it's that. I don't know if that actually works or not. But in any case, that's the URL. So go there and subscribe. Yes, was there anything else I forgot? I don't think so. Cool. Should we get started?
Woo.
Okay. So, previously on Rhez, the Color Guard Chronicles. After thwarting an assassination attempt on Mayor King Grip of Jornhilfen and learning of Katrine and Polly's kidnapped child, Owen, the Glitterbombs headed to the Annoying Otter, an inn and tavern in the Mudtop Ward. While getting ready for bed, Zenus found an odd sight in the mirror himself. He learned of several things. The Queen of Air and Darkness, she who is not named, has been creating more owlin and rabbit folk using some sort of power source. A lost soul might have information, and some oddities in Isianore, the city transported to the Feywild from Cor Lorei, as it was called then, when the Elven Empire fell. The next morning, thanks to Castor destroying the magic mouth of a PS system, but it should say PA system. I will adjust my notes so I remember for next time. PA system, most of the rest of the city was in turmoil, with many parents finally concerned about their missing children. Discussing with Addie Stonekeg, interim captain of the town guard, it was learned that the guard, not loyal to Knight Captain Holden, had been finding those who were, but Addie needed Nora, the Zone of Truth specialist from the Feanor Temple. However, the Feanor Temple, currently overseen by Net Misley Bloodpike, had been locked down, not allowing outsiders in, and Addie asked the Glitterbombs to help. Convincing the priestesses to let you in, Pipperin found a hostile Net Misley Bloodpike holding away back in her office, and a fight broke out. You all were able to defeat the Duragar, uncloaked by Suliya's moonbeam, and dispatched by a final blow from Castor. However, in the midst of battle, Glimmer's wild magic surge went off, and an unfortunate fiery blast from the past, and that is where we pick up today. So, Castor is standing. Did you like that? I did. When I was writing this up, I was like, I need to say it somehow fun, and that was what I came up with.
The only thing fun about that situation.
So we end with, or we come in, and not ending because we literally just started. Castor standing. Castor standing over the now dead body of Net Misley Bloodpike. Glimmer, I'm assuming back to not having fun.
Yeah.
Fully realizing what has happened. Zenus, Pipperin, I'm assuming focused currently on Net Misley. Suliya is definitely doing something, but we're going to lampshade her for today. And the rest of the priestesses, you see them standing confused, trying to figure out what happened. What would you like to do?
Looters rules! I'm gonna go loot the body.
Ladies, I can explain everything in just a moment if you would all follow me over in this general direction over here. We can get through all this, and I'm sure I can alleviate some of these concerns and trepidations you may be having.
They're like, Misley's a Duragar.
Right.
What? And they are very.
Has that set come gather around? And Zenus will
And
yeah.
Are you gonna Men in Black memory wipe them?
I don't have access to those spells yet. But he will walk through and fill them in on all the pertinent information.
Yeah, a lot of them are like sitting on the pews and like crying and.
You Castor, take this cool cape.
Okay. I mean, red's not really my color.
I'm
It's
just
more
gonna
Pollux's thing, but
rip it off and
sure.
toss it at you. Ooh, nice gloves. Ooh.
Do materials change color when you're attuned to them in this world?
Sure.
Cool. I'll fix it. I didn't want to be caught dead wearing red.
Well, you two are doing that. Zenus is with it. I say that Suliya comes and just sits with Glimmer. So what is Glimmer doing?
So, okay, when she blew up, she took out this priestess, right?
Yeah, she was brought down, but then the other one came and healed her.
Okay, she's avoiding that spot like the plague. I think she's just kind of posted up in the corner, just kind of like sitting with like her head in her hands.
Cool. So you do that. But yeah, as Pipperin is looting the body, you find necklace, you find bracers, you find that cloak, there's boots, she's got that broom that she flew around on, you find a decanter hanging on her waist, she's got gloves that go over the bracers, she's got a hat on, and a ring.
I put the gloves on, and suddenly they disappear. Ooh.
Beautiful. The priestesses talking to Zenus. So what do we do?
Well, I imagine you will need to identify a new leader. I will say that there's an urgent matter that requires. Any of you named Nora by chance?
Nora is not here at the moment. Maybe she's in the basement.
Right. Well, the acting captain, can you remind me of her name again, Melissa?
Addie Stonebag.
at a stone cagus in need of her assistance. Long story short, there was an attempt on Mayor King Grip's life by Knight Captain Holden in league with another individual and Net Measly Blood Pack over there. Not entirely sure what the next steps are, but there are a lot of people in here that I think need to process some things, and beyond that, there are many people in all of Jornhilfen that would need your assistance and guidance. There was the same charm that was on all of you was cast throughout the entire city. But now that's broken and the communities are trying to rebuild.
We should get Ovina. And that's the one you'd recall talking to previously. I bet Net Misley might have things to say if we ask her nicely.
Didn't we kill her?
Oh, so you have access to spells that allow you to talk to those beyond the...
What was
How
that a thing?
fascinating.
Oh, that's weird.
Magic can do a lot of things, Pipperin.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I know. That's why you leave it to...
I know you know that I know.
But-
That I don't know. And
Oh.
know that I know.
Don't hurt yourself, dear. It's okay. And Zenus will just pat Pipperin on the head. I think Zenus would... If Nora would be in the basement, I think his instinct would be to go look for her in the temple. I think he might stop by Glimmer, and just like reach a hand, like kneel down and just kind of cup her head, like her face in his hands, and just like kiss her on the forehead.
She's just kind of like sitting, like not quite crying, but just kind of like very vacant expression. And she just goes, I know you're very busy, Zenus. I'll be okay.
It's not them. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I will be all right. I understand there are more important things. I'm not saying it to be passive aggressive. I need a moment, I think.
Okay. Well, just let me know.
Okay, go raise that bitch from the dead and give her what for.
That's my girl. Zenus will stand up and go off to look for Nora.
And yeah, it's easy enough to find her. She's been kind of holed away in the basement doing
You know,
research.
pre-stuff.
Research and stuff. Yeah, you find a very young looking dwarf with this bobbed brown hair, sort of looking... She seems to be looking in like a little cubby area. When you walk
Zenus
into
will-
the room she's in.
Yeah, Zenus would call it in Dwarvish, just, excuse me, Nora.
Hi, who are you?
My name's Zenus of Helion. I'm a member of the Color Guard. Were you under any charmed effects recently?
I think yes. Have you seen the relic?
What relic might that be?
And she goes, the twin rings of bear and our true silver, they're normally, and she indicates this cubby that you now see is empty. They're normally here.
Well, I will add that to the list of things that need to be resolved. There's no good way to tell you this, so I might as well just say it outright. Oh, Net Measly Blood Pack was in league with somebody who tried to kill Mayor King Grip. Net Measly is also a Duragar, and we think may be connected to a larger string of activity by the Duragar to upend society and accumulating old relics and power of various items.
Let me guess. We need to know who's telling the truth?
Yes, and the acting city guard, now that Night Captain Holden is no longer here, could really use your assistance downtown.
I mean, that's what I'm here for.
Right. We could provide an escort, or if you would rather just go on your own. I know several of the clergy here need to attend to various matters, but you may want to alert them of the missing presence of a relic. Or
She goes, part of my job was watching. I don't know where it went.
well, I mean, if you were under a charmed effect, I'm sure that those defenses hold up.
She kind of smiles. Well, Elvina was second in charge, so perhaps we need to go talk to her first.
Absolutely.
Okay, and she heads upstairs. Meanwhile, Elvina has come over to the body of Net Measly Bloodpike,
Properly looted.
properly looted. And she says, I suppose it's only fair for those that dispatched to ask questions as well. Did you have anything you would like to ask her?
Who's the underman or whatever? The underwear man.
I don't want to know who makes your underwear.
Wait. So, is this just in the general temple now? Just over the body?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what question to ask. That's more like a Zenus thing, isn't it?
Yeah, Zenus has been keeping track of all the happenings.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
She said something about the sister.
Glimmer looks up from the corner in her fetal position. Sister, the underman.
Oh, then
They were in
Zenus
league
be
with the
back in time.
doppelgangers.
Yeah, but you'd be back before it starts.
But we know the identity of the Underman. It's a Thane Vermichin, isn't it?
Mm.
I mean,
He's-
you guys do know that. Elvina does not know who that is.
But anyway, he's gotten in league, or is leading the Duragar, and he was the one who summoned or charmed the Zorn into helping
Mm.
him accomplish these tunnels and digging everything there. I mean, we know this. Her sister, I think, was one of the things she said. It ended up being Stephanie, who's the male person here in Lodir, where we were. Right?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That is correct.
we can ask, what do the Duergar have planned for the here Lodir? Or no, the continent. The name of the continent.
Rhez Lorei.
I thought that was the world.
That's the world. That's the world.
We should know this.
Rhez Doran.
Rhez Doran.
Got there eventually.
We're doing our best.
Yeah, ask them what plans they have for Rhez Doran.
Right. Hold on.
Sister, Rhez Doran. Something else. You know, you can handle that. I'm gonna pat Zenus on the small of the back and be like, "You got this."
Is that because that's the size you can reach?
Yep.
His hip.
And then I want to go over to Glimmer, but you can do something else as I'm like meandering over there.
Well, we will start, and you guys see Ovina start to cast Speak with Dead. And she says, I think I have a few ideas to ask. You can... we can figure out more as we go. And as she casts the spell, you see the corpse of Netmisley sit up, but it's janky. And her head kind of flops over to one side. But you can see that she can...
Look, is it like when they're talking to Kane in Alien?
I don't know.
Okay.
I definitely watched that movie for a college class, but I don't remember it because that whole class gave me, like, PTSD.
That's fair.
It was a horror movie class. I should not have taken it. It was a bad choice.
Oh, no.
I had us watch Poltergeist, which is, like, my... Oof, not good. Anyways, so this... She's, like, sitting up and, like, clearly should not be able to at this moment, but is. And Ovina asks, who else have you worked with? And Netmisley says, sister, my sister Stephanie, and Lumatir.
What?
My auditory processing is not good. Can you repeat that?
Oh, Sister Stephanie and Luma Tyrion, which I will put in the chat.
Alright.
And
Mhm.
go ahead.
Oh, no. If she had another question, I just had 3.
Okay. She's going to ask, was Keen Grip aware of what you were doing? And she says, he is a useful fool. And then Ovina looks to you if you have any other questions.
She said that Keen Grip was a useful fool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where is Stephanie?
And Ovina asks that, and she says, I do not No. Probably concocting plans elsewhere.
What is the plan?
Mhm.
Kind of calling over from the corner.
That
And
was, yeah.
Ovina asks, what was your plan? Net Misley says, the stolen relics, and specifically relics with an S, plural, I have them. And I would return them. The Durga would be heroes. It's much better than Thane Thunderchin's scheme.
Zenus would turn to the broader group and be like, do we want to know what Thane Thunderchin's plan is, or do we want to figure out where these relics are?
Can we do both?
I have one question left, I think. Right? Did we ask, was that 2 or was that 3 or is that 4?
That was number 4.
That's number 4. You have one question left. I think Ovina would say, relics are important, but understanding what the overall plan is probably more important.
All right. Well then, what is Thane Thunderchin's plan?
And Net Misley sort of, it's weird and janky, but she almost shakes her head. And she says, the Panzer Sola put in a demi-plane. Temporal shifting will make her older with the Thane's son.
Okay, I heard Sir Sola,
Mhm.
demi-plane to make her old,
Older.
and something about a son.
Thane's
Yes.
son.
The Thane's son. They will age together. He thinks they will fall in love, be a bridge to the people.
Respectfully, ew. I agree, your plan is much better.
Well, we know Sir Sola's trapped in a demi-plane now. That's great.
And then with the last bit, Net Misley's body falls back inert.
Zenus would pull out the sending stone to the mayor of here in Lodir, Sir Sola's mom. I forget her last name in the second. It was
Mayor Lightbraid, yep.
Yeah, Mayor Lightbraid. Zenus would pull out the sending stone and just like, Mayor Lightbraid, we have a lead on where Sir Sola is. Sounds like Thane Thunderchin kidnapped her and put her in a demi-plane. Attempting to learn more. He'll end it there.
Okay. You will get in return. Thank the gods you know. can't send team without arousing suspicion and issues. Can you all find her for me, please? Please, please, please.
Tell him we will for a fee. Except I didn't hear that because it's straight to your mind.
It is.
We'll do our best. And we've got a lot going on. Jornhilfen finally freed. Seems like the Duergar have a plot of some sort to overtake all of Rhez. We'll work on it, hope to have an update for you.
You should get back, thank you.
Yeah, I think Zenus just breathes out and kind of pinches the bridge of his nose and just goes, or turns to Castor and just says, you know, I'm starting to realize why you suggest the courses of action you do. I apologize for getting us as involved as we are.
You're a good man, Zenus Nephelion. I'll clap you on the shoulder. You do the right things, and you help people who need
flat
it.
on his face.
Slap him on the back, knock you across the...
Yeah, he just goes flying 20 feet in the air. You hear the shattering escape glass.
You have a good heart, and you do the right things. Not all of us are so noble. You should be proud of yourself. That's as much praise as I have in me.
Zenus is shocked in the silence for the second time in his life.
Whoa.
No greater praise has ever been bestowed upon me. You're drinking for free tonight.
No, please don't make me drink again.
You don't have to drink. I mean, I will. It's fine. We won't make you drink. But know that Zenus does a very formal bow.
As this conversation is going on, Pip has walked over to Glimmer.
Hey, kiddo. How you doing? I'm gonna walk up and kind of kick you.
Pipperin, I'm so ashamed. Are you okay?
I'm going to do like a little like ledger demande, like fancy hands, and pull out a cookie and hand it to you.
Thank you. I want to fish out of my bag one of my healing potions and just say, I seem to have a proclivity of hitting you every single time.
Well, at least it's accidental, unlike Castor, where it's entirely intentional.
You've deserved every one of those.
But
yes, but it should not be accidental. I should have.
You're right. Do it on purpose. He deserves it.
I'm just gonna pocket the healing potion. I'm not gonna drink it. I'm gonna be thanks. I just wanted to come over here and tell you something that I hope will help. Are you ready to receive?
I'm going to trust you.
All right. All right. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're kind of bumming all of us out. Get your act together. Stand up. Get focused.
I angrily walk over them like, you don't say that to a person grieving over mortal injuries they have caused on both themselves and other people.
When I look at it, I want to cry, and I don't want to do that.
Well, then turn away. This isn't a scene for you, then. That says more about you than it does about Glimmer. Take your insecurities somewhere else.
I'm just gonna point at Glimmer, who's probably like cracking a smirk or something right now.
Oh no, she's fully bursted into tears.
Oh no.
I'm gonna kneel on the ground next to Glimmer and just wrap her in like a really big hug. I'm like, don't let him talk to you. Ever. Not even just like that. Do not. Just holding you in the Schrodinger's boob window, hoping it's helping.
She motorboats just a little bit.
It's part of the normal grieving process, I know. I saw what happened from, up on the platform, and the way you exploded reminds me of the first time I exploded. Those tendrils that come out of me, that dark necrotic energy, the first time it happened, I really hurt someone I cared about. And they said they forgived me and that we were just kids and it was an accident, but I never forgave myself for it.
Yes, I also hurt many people when this happened. And I promised myself that it would not again. And it just seems to keep happening. I know that poor priestess got caught, and I'm so glad that someone was around to bring her back, but it is unacceptable that... I know that we come out here and we've killed people, but there's a difference between deciding to take a life and a life being taken because I do not have control of my own actions.
In the meantime, I think you should go easier on yourself. It's not fully under your control, I know. And I have a similar thing. It's not under my control, but you have to let those things go and accept the chaos for what it is inside of you.
I thought I had been getting better. The bursts were annoying. I am blue now, but they were harmless. But how can I say that I'm here to protect Zenus if I'm more likely to hurt him than anything else around him?
I don't know, but hopefully we'll figure it out together. And I kind of let you go, and I hold up for one of those hand.
Yeah. When she stands up, she's gonna wrap her arms around your neck and give you a big old hug.
Yeah, I hug back.
Oh, this is
No matter
Thank you,
what
Castor.
happens, I'm here for you, and I understand.
I know it can't have been easy to open up. Thank you.
In the meantime, while they were hugging, I went back into the office to collect all the Doric Argold.
Pick it up one by one.
Yeah.
You do that as you are walking back. The scorched.
Oh no, Wyatt.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, he's
There
back.
we go.
Oh, he's
He's
okay.
back.
There we go.
Panic.
I realized as I was doing this that my internet froze, and I was like,
For a while.
It was great.
"Oops."
The scorch priestess comes out from the little confessional area and comes over to you, Glimmer, and says,
So
and
I
she
did
just kind of
not
holds
mean...
up her. She just holds up her hand. Thank you.
What?
You
I-
were with the all these that brought us out of that spell.
Yes, but I hurt you.
I'm still here.
I fish out my other healing potion.
She waves you off.
Oh, please take it.
You've already done enough.
I am
And
very
she
sorry.
comes
I'm
and
glad...
gives you a little. She gives you a hug. And then she walks off towards the back of the sanctuary.
I need to join the church.
One,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 50.
Pip, you find all the gold that you had scattered. Give me an investigation check as you go into this.
Oh, I can investigate. I'll investigate for you. Yeah, I'm the best investigator around. So look at me investigating. Oh, that is good. 19.
19. As you are searching to find all this gold that you had scattered in this office,
Mm-hmm.
you're like looking under the desk and you notice that there is an odd protrusion under the, like, attached to the bottom of one of the drawers.
Oh, well, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna pull it. Or push it. Whatever way works. I can't resist.
You open the drawer and it appears to be filled with papers.
I'm gonna collect all of the papers.
Okay.
I'm gonna light them on fire. No, that is not what I'm doing. I will.
It mostly appears to be just busy, like, paperwork, not terribly important. But as you look in the drawer, it is definitely shallower than you would expect.
Oh, I pull out a dagger and I stab it into the side and
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
holy shit.
Whoa.
You didn't
I'm
think that the
in
Durgar's
danger.
secret hiding spot was gonna be rigged?
You don't hide something this well and trap it. That's like
You don't hide something that well and say, I've done enough.
no. It's like it's kind of like okay. Constitution, 13.
As
And
you
Pip
do
dies.
that,
Rip.
Rip Pip.
see what... Ooh, that was some good rolls.
Good
Ah!
thing.
I'm gonna whatever happens, I'm screaming.
This poof of powdered spore come, and you take 20 points of poison damage.
I'm gonna just like swirl around and then fall on the ground. Y'all just hear a light thud from the office, and a cloud
go
of
check.
spores just dissipating.
Ah, then.
We all run in there.
Castor ran in last time Pip blew his little whistle, and just so Castor very begrudgingly walks and he's like,
As soon as Glimmer walks in, I'm just gonna hold out the healing potion and say, "Thanks for this. I'm gonna use it now."
Okay.
Shit, how much is that? 2d4 plus 2.
4. Yeah.
I'm just drinking it for the funny. That now I have to use it after just
divine.
pocketing it. Oh, not bad. 9. Good.
But as that all dissipates and you look in this drawer that you've now pried open, you find a list.
I got a list. It's a list of names. FF names.
You find... Let's see if this will let me post.
All right,
into
so I found some
Discord.
names. Or I
don't
found a
know if it
list.
will. You found a list of all the cities.
Oh, I got a list of all the cities, guys.
Let's see if it'll actually let me post in here. I feel like it might not. Nope, it didn't like it. I will have to copy paste, or I'll have to clip and send. It has all of the city names. It has what the temple is called. In that city, and it has looking at it, you realize it is a list of significant religious relics from that town, and each town has a little check mark by it. Also, on this list, you find 3 numbers written. Sorry, I thought this was going to post nicely via just copy paste, and it did not. So, just one left. 3 numbers on it, and those 3 numbers are 27-18-41. And you also find a door handle.
Just a door handle?
Mm-hmm.
Not attached. to a
May I
door.
see it, please?
Yeah. I didn't
Alright,
know you had a
well,
thing
you
for
guys
door
are
handles. I got a lot of
looking
door
around.
handles actually back home. I could probably get you some door handles if you wanted more door handles to add to your collection.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Yeah, this is definitely magical. Can I ever remember the schools of magic? Hold on. It is.
If you want to, I could just start casting identify on it.
So, it's not an official magic item. It's one that I made up, and I'm trying to remember which school a spell is. Hold on. It has conjuration on it. Conjuration magic. And if you do are you going to cast identify or no?
Yeah, it'll take 10 minutes, so if anybody else wants to
Mhm.
do anything.
Anyone else want to do anything for 10 minutes?
Cause mischief.
I think Zenus would. If Pip took everything, I think Zenus would go over to him and like just look through the stuff, and I think he'd take the spell book, and then
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the time being, he'd hold up the bracers and be like, "Anybody interested in these?" Or
Wait, the bracer. What?
No.
bracers. I think they're the bracers of
Mhm.
defense. I don't know if we know that in character yet, but
Not yet, no. Yeah, it'd probably be to really know most of these. I mean, the broom of flying is pretty obvious
Yeah.
what it is.
I was gonna say, could Zenus just like spend that time just like going through and like doing Arcana checks and seeing if he like has any knowledge of it, or like
Yeah, and I'd
Okay.
say with this time that you guys would all be spending, because I feel like it'll probably be a hot sec.
Yeah.
You'd be able to go through and find that the necklace is the amulet of health. The bracers are the bracers of defense. The cape of the mountebank, or the cape is the cape of mountebank. I can never say that. But it has too many letters in it, and I can never say it right. Mountebank. There are boots of elven kind. You knew the broom of flying. The decanter of endless water, gloves of thievery, which Pip already knows what's up with those because he just put them on. Another hat of disguise. You find an immovable rod in the corner of the office. And
Second
the
rod!
and the ring was a ring of swimming.
You're gonna be able to do so many different variations on push-ups or pull-ups.
Gonna
And
fucking
push-ups.
ladder climb my way up shit.
I was gonna say, you could just like monkey bar your way around
One in
everywhere.
hand.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
And then just for the sake of audience knowledge because it's kind of boring to be like, oh, this is what. Anyways, or it's kind of so they can know.
Yeah.
So the spell book is rather full. It has Charm Person, Chromatic Orb, Featherfall, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Sleep, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Tensor's Floating Disc, Crown of Madness, Detect Thoughts, Hold Person, Invisibility, Suggestion, Counterspell, Dispel Magic, Enemies Abound. I was debating casting that one last time, and then I did not because it felt rude. Fireball, Liamit's Tiny Hut, Tongues, Vampiric Touch, Banishment, Charm Monster, Odaluke's Resilient Sphere, Private Sanctum, Stone Skin, Bigby's Hand, Hold Monster, Planar Blessing, or Planar Binding, Steaming, Wall of Force, Mass Suggestion, which she casts every day, and then refueled that with her wizard trait, and then Prismatic Spray.
Their wizard juice.
One of her features is
Arcane Recovery.
Something cool. Arcane Recovery, yeah. So, that's what all you found in terms of things. Oh, there was also a small lockbox in the
Fun fact: Cape of the Mountebank is not attunement.
Oh.
I've layered them. I wear them like skirts now. So I've got two capes tied around my waist now, one on top of the other.
Melissa, just double checking. Would I be able to use the bracers of defense on top of like mage armor? Since it's not technically wearing armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's how it works. I guess I don't know. I think that's what I did for her. She has mage armor too.
Okay. Fabulous. That will. Well, that means I can unattune from the ring. Get that weird person out of my head. I will. Yeah, I think Zenus would just put the bracers in his bag and then spend time just reading through the spell book.
Yeah, and there is a lot in there because she was a level 14 wizard.
All right,
So
I'm
that's
gonna
fun.
do an investigate. I'm gonna check for traps on this lockbox.
Did anything magic pop up when I had the detect magic up?
Oh, that's a good point.
Not on the lockbox itself, no.
Oh, then I trust it. I'm still gonna check for traps. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a halfling.
Oh my god.
All the time.
Heather, please send Deb some dice that are decent.
No, it's okay to roll a 1 because I get to just reroll it. Remember that time when I rolled 2 1s in a row though?
Yes.
That was a 7. So
You didn't even have to finish the sentence.
Doesn't seem trapped. Though as you try to open it, it is locked.
Can I use thieves' tools to check for traps, or is it just investigation?
It's investigation.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use thieves' tools to unlock it. And I have advantage because of the gloves.
And
Oh no, I don't have advantage. I get a +5. No advantage. All right, so that's 13 plus 14 for a total of
Yeah, it is
27.
easy enough to pop this rather flimsy lock. And you open it up, and there is 1,000 gold pieces.
Woo!
Oh, not plus 14, plus. Oh, it automatically applied the +5, so it's 8 plus 14, so 22. But yes, I'm sure it still works. What's inside?
1,000 gold pieces.
Whoa! I hesitate. I don't think anyone saw me. No. Guys, I found gold.
I give you a cookie.
Is it the same cookie I gave you? Because that's no
No,
Tixie
she's-
Backsies.
She's munching on that one.
It's oatmeal raisin.
You turn around, she throws
No.
it across the room.
It's not oatmeal raisin. 200 gold pieces. All right.
Oh.
I also throw the broom at Suliya.
Who gives
We'll have
Suliya
to- we'll have to let-
concussion?
We'll have to let Patsy know what we gave him. But yeah, Glimmer, as you cast Identify on this door handle, it is. Let's see, I didn't think of a name for it. That was good job, self. You could call it Harold. Sorry, I used myself. Anyways, it is a teleporting handle. If you apply it to the correct door, the door that it is attuned to, it will open. The door will open into a demiplane.
Oh. Did Zenus tell us about the Sirsola thing?
I think he would have. I think after he sent it to the mayor, or did use the sending stone for the mayor, I think he'd say.
Specifically a demiplane of like storing.
Mhm.
So probably not a
Occupied.
temporally occupied one.
Gotcha.
Different demiplane.
Can I do a
Give
quick
me-
room around the building to see if there's any doors that are missing handles?
Sure. Everyone else can give me insight check though. Or Castor can too if you want.
11.
23. The grief
Uh,
has sharpened my mind.
22.
Ooh.
Insight 12.
12. So Zenus and Glimmer, I think, might be putting together that perhaps Misley had been collecting relics. Because if you remember, the list has all the cities are checked, and perhaps is storing them in this demiplane. I will also note / reminder you have that map of finding things. And this handle is attuned to a missing door.
And we can attune to up to 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
We already
Aunt
have 2.
Sally,
Mm-hmm. We have Sally
Owen.
and Owen right now.
Owen, and then
This door handle.
yeah. So I mean, and then
Alright,
it refreshes, right? If we unattune one thing, we can attune
Mhm.
something new to it.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense to fill this one, and then if something more pressing comes along, we just break the attunement for it and
I agree.
try again.
Cool. So you guys are doing that in the office. Anything else you'd like to do here before we move on?
Zenus, now that we're finished here, can I speak to you, please?
Of course.
Okay. She's just kind of like gonna drag you down into the basement. I would not be offended if you don't want to travel with me anymore. If you don't feel that I am safe to be around. I think it is very obvious that I cannot be trusted to be near my friends.
When I got pulled here, what, 3, 4 years ago, I never could have imagined that I would have been put on this journey that I have been. And I mean, with all honesty, nothing you do or say is really gonna change my opinion of you. You understand that, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like, the only thing would be if you would destroy the entire Feywild. Then we might have issues, because, you know, that's home for me. But, darling, you're learning. All of us are learning. There's no... When I gave
There's
you...
a very real chance that I could kill you at this point.
there's a very real chance I could kill you on accident. There's a chance any of us could kill each other because of an accident. We all know Pip, God bless his soul, sometimes forgets that he's a very good thief and can check for traps, as seen earlier by the hacking up alone in the cloud full of spores. The point being, it's whatever journey we're on and whatever destiny we're bound to is dangerous. And I don't want you to have to bear that burden alone. I would feel worse knowing that you wouldn't be able to experience any of this, or God forbid I wasn't there.
Well, that
when you
is
needed
exactly
me.
the point. I'm worried that something will happen and then you won't be here anymore because of my actions. I've been dealing with this burden since I killed those mages in the tower.
Right.
And I killed someone today. We were lucky that we were in the Temple of Clerics and they have powers to resuscitate. I cannot do that. I can't take back those kinds of mistakes that I make.
None of us can take back every single mistake we make. Look, I know what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, if you kill me, there's another one of me, so either way, you're stuck with a version of me in some sort of universe.
But that's just it too. There is another version of you because of another one of my failures.
Not because one of your failures. That could have happened to any of us. I almost died because I couldn't, maintain my corporeal form and age and all of those other fun things. I was lacking in constitution, or will, or some other virtue of noble esteem. The point is, we only have so much control over the universe. Everything is fucking chaos. If I die, I die. I'd go somewhere else. I don't know where. Might be to the 9 hells, but I know you're strong enough to get me out of there. Or you will be. But I know you would. Of course you would. And I'd do the same for you.
How can I say that I'm protecting you if all I have done so far is cause grease spells and knock everyone over and blast fireballs out of my back and set Pipperin alight?
It's funny you think you're only responsible for protecting me. I've been alive longer than you've existed, darling. And I know we joke about me being your dad, but I worry I can't protect you either.
You do?
Of course. I act like I don't, but we both know me better than that.
You
I
are
wear my
very
heart on my
capable.
sleeve. I worry about you every day of my life. Every waking moment. When you are one of the only things that binds me to this world. I would have been gone a long time ago and would have found some way to do it.
I know.
But I keep coming back for you, and I stay here for you.
I'm glad that you do. I like it here.
I like it when you're happy. And you can be sad too, that's a natural feeling, but seriously, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I think Zenus would just like pull you into a giant hug and just say,
Lots of hugging today. This is fine. I like a good hug.
listen, the only way you're getting rid of me is if I die, and we both know I'm too stubborn to do that.
Yes, even decrepitness could not take you down.
No, I was an old man still kicking ass.
You were. I think you were in your prime.
That is gonna look good on me.
It did.
Come on, let's get back to the others.
Okay.
And if you do ever feel... If you ever feel like that again, always, you can talk to me about it. But I'm a stubborn goat. No, I'm not a goat. I'm a satyr. There's a difference.
Yes, we do call you goat. Is that the meaning when we do that?
It's fine. I mean, I'm sure I have a cousin that's actually a goat. I don't know
You
what
got-
happened there.
You got these. I kind of like knock on your horns a little bit.
Yeah, those are pretty nice. I do
They are
have these
nice.
though, and he kind of tap dances with his hose.
Yes. You should try headbutting people. That would be very amusing.
Hmm.
You should headbutt Pipperin.
I'll think about it. It'd be kind of fun.
No, Pipperin has been going through a lot lately.
I wouldn't do it right now. He's fragile. I'd only do it when he's in high spirits and he wants to. I don't know. Maybe we'll do some sort of sparring sometime.
When you guys look
That'd
over
be
at
a fun time
Pip,
to do
he's giggling madly.
They're in,
like
they're in the basement right now.
Oh, okay, never mind.
We flash up to
Flash up to
upstairs
Pip.
where Pip and Castor are hanging out.
Pip's actually just counting his 200 gold pieces over and over again.
Are you sure you're not a goblin?
It's-
I feel like that's very goblin-esque behavior.
There might be some goblin in my bloodline.
Do we have goblins on this continent? I've seen kobolds.
I don't know. I've never seen a goblin in my life.
Well, from now I'll just assume they look like you.
That's fair. I'm okay with that. That's my legacy. But also, look at all this gold. I'm gonna buy so many potatoes.
And Zenus and
First thing you're
Glimmer
gonna
make their
do
way
with all
back
this gold,
upstairs, I
buy
assume.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a couple spuds in your pocket.
Dev,
You
what'd you
could
do?
buy a lot of gold with 200. Buy a lot of potatoes with 200 gold.
My
Like gold with potatoes, yes.
my great grandpa told me a story once when I was really little because he wasn't alive long when I was. This is the dad of my grandma that I based Glimmer's voice off of. And he told me this story about one time when he was hanging out with his friend, like at a like campfire or whatever, and they were like wasted, drunk, and he turns to his friend and goes, "I would give you my last potato." His friend was so moved by this. I would give you my last potato.
I'm Irish. It means a lot to us.
They're Polish.
It's better than
All we're doing is turning it into vodka.
it's better than the time my mom drunk dialed me when I was in college. And says, "Melissa, Luby won't show her boobies." She wanted my aunt to flash the drivers in the next car.
Oh my god. Incredible.
When I was a kid, on the of boobies and aunts, my aunt Mary got a breast reduction, and when I was a kid, she would show everyone. She's like, "You've got to see them." Everyone in the family.
I mean,
If you got them, may as well show them off.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Zenus and Glimmer make their way back upstairs to find Pip cackling away, counting gold.
159. 160.
What would you guys like to do?
Oh my gosh. We should get Doran.
and do what with him?
Do
don't
we
know.
have more to do in this town?
No. They can
We
figure out
gotta
their own
find-
shit.
Oh, and
That's true.
Aunt
I just-
Sally.
That would be the only thing I could think of. I mostly just want to buy some papers so I can start translating some of these spells over to my book. Not translating,
Sure.
transcribing.
Sure can do that. I will also remind you, Surly's Poke is available.
Oh
We could
yeah, I
also
want a
get
tattoo.
tattoos.
So what
Can
are you
you
guys
tattoo
doing?
on a rock? I want an etching.
Seems so. You just need a little chisel and a little hammer.
You could probably do it, yeah.
So are you guys heading there? Headed somewhere else?
I'm gonna go say goodbye.
Mm. So
I'd
Pip
probably
heads towards Polly's.
I'd go for wizard supplies, just to,
You
so we're
would-
efficient with time.
Yup, let's see. I have that information. It is called... I believe that's Schwebly's. Let's see if I'm remembering my city stuff properly. Schwebly and Sons Magic Emporium is what you were where Zenus is going. Pip is going to Polly's house. Glimmer is going to Surly's Poke. What is Castor doing?
I will join Glimmer in tattoos.
Okie dokie.
Should we get matching tattoos?
I think we should.
This is going to be incredible.
So we'll do Shrubly, I think, first because that'll be the quickest. You find Schwebly and Sons. It's a very orderly shop. Slenzis Schwebly, the gnome, runs it, and you find him at the front of the store. This very prickly-looking gnome with the largest nose you've ever seen. And he says, "Hello, what can I do for you today?"
I am looking for some extra paper and inks in order to transcribe some spells from one spell book into my own.
"Ah, easy enough," he says. One moment, and you see him just tilt his head back and put his nose in the air, and he just giant sniff, and he goes, "This way." And he walks over to a section of the store and starts digging through a pile, and he says, "Parchment and ink. Are you sure you don't need any spells as well? I have some of those."
Oh, I mean, if you do, that would be wonderful.
He says, "I have all of the less powerful spells, i.e. level 5 or under. If you want anything more powerful, I might have it, but I'll have to sniff it out."
Alright, well, I'm still relatively low level mage, so I'm really just looking for some lower ones. Might you have, scrolls of disguise self, alarm, and find familiar.
I certainly do, he says. Now let me remind myself. Where's my...
Oh,
I think I wrote in the DMG how much they are, because I have how much it is for the higher level spells. Not how much it is for the lower level ones. Because
I was gonna say, I may have
good
to-
at my job.
I may have to budget.
You got 200 gold.
I know, but it costs.
Well, you
I
have to
think
get
it's
the
50.
gold. You have to get
Yeah.
the gold for the paper, just the blank papers, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh, I don't remember where it is in here. Perhaps it is just straight in the back. Yeah, there we go. First, level spells will be 100 gold piece. Second will be 5. Third will be 1,000. Fourth will be 5,000. They go up quickly.
Right. Okay, maybe then. I wasn't planning on it being so expensive. Jeez. Trying to think which one to get. This might be better. Well, what does that Measly have? Yeah, I think I have. Okay, maybe I don't need to copy any of those spells over. I thought I got a spell scroll already. I think I got one of Augury and one of Unseen Servant. So maybe I need. Okay.
Yeah. I think
I'm gonna get 100 gold worth of spell copying supplies.
Yep. So that'll allow you to do 2, I think, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll spend another 100 and get one of those. I'm just trying to think if I want Disguise Self or Find Familiar.
We have the 2 hats of Disguise Self.
Yeah, so I can always attune to that. Maybe a Familiar might be good just to have scouting and stuff.
Is it bad? I want your familiar to be a little baby goat.
That's what I was gonna say!
Little baby goat.
I'll pay 100 gold to get a spell scroll Find Familiar.
And yeah, he sniffs. And then you see him just stick his hand in this giant pile of paper, and he pulls out a singular scroll. Find Familiar just for you.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Would he also sorry, would he sell spell components as well?
Yes.
I'm just gonna pull this up because I think Chromatic Orb is that it's a diamond worth 50 gold.
Yep.
Would he have one of those?
Yes. Spell components, eh? And he again lets out a giant sniff, and he says, this direction, and he pulls you, and he like grabs you by the hand and like physically like this way, and he's like dashing through the store, and you see as he's dashing through the store, you see two other gnomes that are clearly his son. One is very pigpen looking, though very, very disorganized, opposite of the store. And as you pass by, he says, "Junior, what are you doing?" And this kid is just futzing around doing nothing, and the other one he just ignores as you walk by him. But eventually you get to just this pile of various gems, and he's and he just again jams his hand in it, and out comes a diamond. Will this do? 50 gold.
That'd be perfect. And to go along with the fine familiar components, I just need some incense and a few other items. And Zenus.
They
pick
wander.
it.
You guys wander around the store, get all of those things that you need, and you will spend the appropriate amount of gold as is listed, I'm assuming, in
Yeah.
the
I'll
thing.
back down to 39 gold. Being a wizard is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
But I got a bunch of cool shit, so I'm happy.
It's true. Yeah, and we then go over to Pipperin. Who is making his way to...
I'm just knocking
Polly's.
incessantly on the door. Unless you have something for me before I get to Polly's.
No. You are knocking on the door. It takes a bit. But soon enough, Katrine comes to the door. What are you doing here?
I'm here to say goodbye to Polly. Now get out of the way.
How disheveled does Katrine look?
She looks like she had a good night.
Good for them.
And don't worry. We're gonna get your son back.
She steps back. Polly.
I walk in. My hands in my pockets. And I'm smoking a cigar.
From. You picked it up off the ground outside.
Yeah, I was already half done.
Oh.
It's lit.
And a few moments later, Polly walks out from the back room. Pip, you're back.
I am. And I just came to say goodbye. And that you can trust us to take down that evil lady and get your kid back. Let it be noted that I used your front door. Glimmer's gonna give me a cookie when I get back.
At least it's working.
Thank you, Pip.
You are most welcome. But it's my pleasure. I was gonna say, what do you think of my new posse?
Seems like you found a good crew.
Yeah. And I gotta stick around with them. Because, you know that one? That's a rock. Glimmer. You met her, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She is sort of my ward, if you will. I gotta keep an eye on her. Because I promised Roswell. You remember Roswell? Saved our lives that one time? We owe him.
Of course, I remember Roswell, yes.
This is how I'm paying him back. I extend a hand for a handshake. And it's a clean hand.
She takes your hand, walks forward, and gives you a kiss on the forehead.
My face gets really red. Okay. Time to go be a hero again. And then I turn around and flip my elven cloak.
She lets go of your hand and walks back over to Katrina and holds her hand as you walk out the door.
Mm-hmm. Rub it in. I mumble as I walk out.
You laugh.
And that's it. That's my scene.
I think with that, it is 8:26, so we will pause for a few before we head to the to Surly's Poke. So we'll be back in 10 to 12-ish minutes. Hi everyone, we're back after a fun little role play heavy section, and we're coming back to, oh my gosh, I just burped, excuse me. Glimmer and Castor heading to Surly's Poke.
I'm so excited. Do you know what you want to get?
I would gladly get anything that you get, and we could match.
Okay. Oh no, now the pressure is on.
I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Maybe we can ask for recommendations.
Yeah, let's see what's in the big book that they have. Maybe we should get something written in Sylvan.
Oh yes, I was thinking maybe something Feywild flavored.
Yeah.
You come up to this building, in amongst several other buildings. As you walk in the front door, you see the floor is this black and white checkerboard pattern. It's very neat, very cleanly. There are several chairs and tables for people to sit or lay on as they are getting tattoos in various places. And there are multiple pictures on 2 of the 3 walls. Well, the main walls, the big windowed front wall, 2 of the 3 walls, lots of pictures of different tattoos, and 1 wall is just entirely covered with a giant mirror. You see 2 people in the store. You see a human male. He's got a very square head, backwards baseball cap, full sleeve tattoos down both arms, and you also see a blank-faced Warforged with a singular hole in the bottom of this faceplate for talking, and then purple LED lights, LED style lights when he speaks. And who are you? As you walk in, the big, the humanoid, or the human male, the human guy, comes up to you and just gives you a big smiley. Hi, I'm Surly. What can I do? What can I get for you today? You want to get some pokes?
Yes, please. We want matching tattoos.
And he's just got this giant smile on his face, and he was fantastic. We'll get Smiley over there to help you.
Smiley and Surly. May I just say that he's very cute.
I know. He thinks it's funny. I don't get it. I'm not that I'm not that like actual surly. It's and you just see he's got like this giant grin on his face. He's a very happy person.
Do you not do the pokes yourself, Surly?
He's a no. I'm the face of the business, and I do good advertising. As he shows his arms. Smiley over there. He's got the technical ability to get you what you need.
He's got the needle arms,
Yes.
as it were.
So, you got any ideas what you want?
So how do they work exactly?
He says, well, if you just want a standard design, those are the couple gold. We can get you whatever you want. It doesn't do nothing for you though besides look pretty. He goes, okay, why does Tasha's not have the tattoos like just in the list? That would make so much more sense.
And they do have the tattoos just on the list. They should be listed tattoo and then what they are, instead of spread out by number, letter, the
Here we go.
alphabet. I couldn't remember. I was like, what are the letters that are in words?
He goes, if you want a tattoo that does something more, it'll cost you a little bit. Man, there are a lot. Neat. He goes, I could get you, if you like to be a little more sturdy, a little more dexy, a little more strong, we can get you some of those. Those are 500 gold a piece, and mechanically they give you a +1 non-attunement thing.
You said 500?
500 gold to get like a +1 dex or strength or con with any of the stat boosts.
I would love a +1 to my dex.
He goes, any of the other tattoos, depending on strength of the magic, will cost anywhere from 100 to 5,000 gold.
Well, I don't know if I also have 200 gold because my D&D Beyond says I only have 112.
Did you add it in? Everyone got 200 from Net Misley.
I did not add it in. I now have 312 gold.
I have 250.
So basically, out of character here, the common tattoos are 100. The uncommon, 500. The rare are 1,000. Nice thing about having books is you can write stuff in them. The very rare are 2,500. And that legendary one is going to be 5,000.
Is it possible to get like a simple magic one for like the 200 or no?
The spell rot tattoos fall in the same. Where'd it go in here? Fall in the same like costing so you can only get up to 5th level, it looks like. Yeah. But the first level is 100. Second and third is going to be 500, and then the 4th and 5th is 1,000.
And that's spells?
Yes.
Dang, okay. I was not prepared.
Yeah, I don't think I'm willing to spend that much for just a one-time use spell.
Yeah. Okay, and I can't afford a +1. If you want, I can give you 200 and we can get you a +1.
I wouldn't do that to you, then you couldn't get anything. And we
Yeah,
wouldn't match.
But then you, well, yeah, that's true. But then I could look at it. Live vicariously through you.
And we can get regular non-magic tattoos, it's fine.
Okay.
If
How
I got
do
a
you-
tattoo now, could you imbue it with magic later, like tattoo over it
Touch it up.
with magic?
Mhm. Sorry, say that again.
If we got regular tattoos now, and then we came back and we had a bunch of money, could we get those tattoos imbued with the magic?
Yes, it would cost the amount, but yes, you could do that.
And maybe we get ourselves promised tattoos that one day, when we're rich and powerful and
Yes.
adventurers, will come back and get them magicked.
What if we got it says chaos in Sylvan?
Yeah, we could do that.
No, I don't, or do you have another idea?
I know I said we should embrace the chaos, but I don't know
But-
ready if I'm ready for that much of a commitment.
Okay, what if we get hearts?
We get hearts. Hearts would be cute.
Okay.
Do you want like a little chest heart? I think where your outfit comes down and where mine open, there's like one patch of skin that we both have showing.
The overlay.
Yeah, exactly. Where yours comes down and mine goes up. It's just like right here.
Yes.
We'll have to make Patsy go add little hearts.
Cool. So yeah, Surly gets you set up in one of the chairs or each in one of the chairs. Not in the same chair. That would be silly.
Just sitting on Castor's lap. Okay, I'm ready.
She's had a long day. Maybe just give this to her.
And you see Smiley roll over from, because he was kind of behind a counter. He hadn't seen this bottom half, and he's just got like a wheel.
Oh, less excited. Does he? You said he's got like an open hole in the bottom of his face. Does he
Yeah.
have like a smiley tattooed on him, or it's just an ironic name?
You
Ironic
wanna know how I got these scars?
It is an ironic name.
It's a Sharpie.
Surly has to amuse himself somehow.
Just when your robot friend powers down for the night, you should just take a little marker and just zhuzh him up a little.
Zhuzh.
He goes, I never would have thought of that. I might have to do it.
Can we get a discount for my brilliant idea? It's better than the other discount I've gotten on tattoos.
He goes,
Wyatt didn't hear my joke.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'll remember the good times myself, Wyatt.
Oh no. Oh no. I got distracted by trying to look at spells.
It's fine. A game and Wyatt used to play in my train got a discount on a tattoo with a blowjob.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That was a good
jeez.
night. That was a great night.
That's a good night.
That was a good night. That was a fun
That's a good
session.
night.
Anyway.
Sorry, Melissa, you play with a bunch of horn dogs.
Yo. But yeah, Smiley rolls over. Same tattoo for both then, except for it's like just, and this sound just is coming out of this hole in his face. And as he talks, the like eye lights like open and blink and stuff.
Can you play Pong on your face?
This is so sad. Smiley played Despacito.
Y'all are awful.
You see the lights sort of like blink off slowly, and then all of a sudden there's just like two lines, and a little thing goes back and forth.
Oh
Oh
my god.
god.
You are incredible. I wish my face could do that.
Sure, if we got a flashlight or like a laser pointer, we could just project it on the eye.
He goes, "You do not have Wolford's insides. I do not think it would work."
Not
No.
with that attitude. Has anyone ever met a Warforged before? Are you... This is uncommon, yes?
He says, "There are not many of my kind, no."
Does that fill you with emotion, or are you a logical being?
I do not understand the question.
It's fine.
Do you like being a tattoo artist?
He says that is what I was built for.
You could be built, you could branch out. Sure, it's not too hard to... Who builds a Warforged to tattoo? That seems...
You see
Of
his
all
head
the
kind of
purposes.
you see his head kind of tilt a little bit. I'm gonna come back. It is what I was built for.
Well, I was built for something, but I've chosen not to embrace it. Perhaps you could choose your own fate.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Yeah. You had the chance to change your fate, would you? But Marsh, just my boy.
He says no, and then starts in with the tattoos.
Well, if you enjoy it.
And soon enough you have matching tattoos.
Why are we so cute, Castor?
That's one of the great mysteries of the world, Glimmer.
This should be illegal to be this adorable. Take a picture of a smiley.
He says, "That's what Surly is here for."
Surly,
And
take a
rolls back
picture of
behind.
us and put it on your wall.
He's much obliged, and does that because cameras are definitely a thing that exists in this world.
He just remembers it real good.
He's like, all right, now sit still unless I paint you.
And you two now have matching tattoos.
That's
Yay.
Love that for us.
What would you guys like to do
Oh,
now?
could we say we brought Suliya with us and she got one too?
We can say Suliya went with, for sure. We'll ask Patsy if Suliya would have joined in or not.
Yeah.
Next week when they're back. So, you all have completed your separate errands. What would you like to do now? It is probably about mid-afternoon at this point.
We need to find that Sally hag person, right? How do we do that?
Wait, these. I wave the map around. Is there anything else that we need to do with the mayor before we leave, or are they set with the whole PA system and getting their community back on track?
Yeah, I think that's on them now.
We got rid of Net Misley, so she shouldn't be charming people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We found Miss Nora.
Mm-hmm.
We reunited Miss Polly and Miss Katrine.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor didn't die. That's a solid win.
Mm-hmm. We didn't get any rewards for anything.
I mean, we could go back to the God House and see if there is anything, or we could try and shake down the Arcane Group if we are in need of one.
You know my answer.
I spent a lot of my money, but that was invested for other materials that I wanted, so...
Materials that will help people in the future, because we're such good heroes. We'll just save people wherever we go.
I just wanted to blow shit up for a change, but... we could go with that answer, too. What? Y'all can't have all the fun. Sometimes I just want to see something done. Sorry. Poor choice of words.
Oh, Glimmer did go scrounging through other people's packs to find a shirt that would cover her back because she definitely ruined her clothes.
Zenus would take off the cloak of many fashions and give it to Glimmer to wear.
Yeah, like wearing it like a little blanket.
Beautiful. So, where are you guys going?
We gotta follow the map. We gotta get Doran. We gotta get the war machine.
Well, did you guys want to
It's a
go and
name.
talk to? Did you guys want to go and talk to the mayor before we go find Sally?
Are we actually shaking him down?
I don't think shake him down.
I
But
mean, we
perhaps-
did save his city. There might be some sort of compensation for such an act. Damn, we should have went there before we got our tattoos.
Perhaps if we go there and give him a report of our accomplishments with Miss Nora, and then we can just kind of,
Yeah.
naturally, organically request funding. I'm broke. I don't know about you guys.
Did you add the 200, Heather, by the way?
I did. I'm down to 150 now after the tattoo. So maybe not completely broke, but not doing great.
Well, the non-magical tattoos, because you got a non-magical tattoo, right? Isn't that what yours was?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that 100?
No, the non-magical tattoos are only like three gold.
Oh, never mind.
I
I'm
think the
just
only one
talking out
that's
of my ass.
strapped for cash right now is me, since I spent most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we might as well report out to the mayor, and all that is taken care of. I don't know if we need to stop at the color guard.
We should. Yeah, it would make sense to give a report, right? A color guard report.
Suliya would say, we do have the, Doran and Lucky, that was the dog's name, right? Lucky?
Lucky?
Sure.
Our dog.
Doran and Lucky are still at the color guard too.
Yeah, let's go to the color guard. Let's tell them that we want them to accompany us to talk to the mayor. So then the color guard's reputation can get extended. And you know, they need all the help they can get. Did you see that place? Whew. But yeah. Yada yada.
So,
Save people.
so where are you guys going?
Color
Guard?
guard,
Color
to get
guard.
Doran and Lucky, and bring them to Mayor Kinggrip.
Cool. You do that. So you head over to the color guard, and I'm popping it up on the thing so I can remember all of the names. There we go. Yeah, you make it to the color guard house, and it is teeming with activity.
What's going on?
You see Tislin, the dwarf that had been at the front desk acting very bored until she was able to discern that you guys were not whammied, or were whammied but could be unwhammied safely. That one. Who had very neatly, like, done up in a bun hair. Her hair is down and frazzled. And she sees you all walking. Oh, thank God! You're back.
Yeah.
We have so much going on. Hi. Holy crap. What did you guys do?
What we had to.
We did a good job overall.
I mean, we did do a few things.
She says, we didn't have to unwhammy this morning, and there's so many parents that want, like, escorts to find their kids at some place called Refuge and Respites.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're welcome.
Why don't you lead, like, large group tours?
That's what we're going to have to do, Weems. And you see a scraggly looking goblin in the back corner preparing preparing a journey to there. Weems is getting the first group ready, but oh my, she's like, it hasn't been this crazy since all this started. Oh, like I almost miss it. I don't, but I almost do. Oh my God.
So essentially, we saved Mayor Kinggrip's life because Knight Captain Holden was trying to assassinate him with the help of a doppelganger and that measly Bloodpike, who turns out to be a Duragar.
Duragar.
Yeah, they're all working in league together. 2 of them are dead. We don't know where Knight Captain Holden is. I think he's up somewhere. Probably recuperating.
That butthole.
Exactly. But the point is, the mayor is understanding of this and is on our side. We're actually going to report out to him. I mean, it looks like you're very busy, but otherwise, we're just here to collect our party. We'll put in a good word for the color guard here, and hopefully you can start getting some numbers up and have more people to help you out.
That would be fantastic. And as she says that, you see this other dwarf burst through the door. Tislin! More people want to go to Refuge and Respite. How are we going to handle this? And you see this, like, very squat dwarf with, like, crazy blonde hair. And she says, chill. It's fine. And he goes off and help. So, helps Weems. And you all collect Doran and Lucky. And Doran says, where have you guys been?
Doing what we do.
Is he?
It's a long story, Doran. I'll tell you once we leave.
He says, this is a long pit stop. We still have to go rescue my friends.
I forgot about that.
We think that everything that we've encountered has to do with what happened with your friends. So every time that we're stopping these Dwergar and these shapeshifters and all these weird people, we think it's pieces of a puzzle, a bigger mystery that your friends over there are kind of involved in.
We think we uncovered some component of Thane Thunderchin's plan. It involves using some sort of temporal demiplane to age Cersola Lightbraid up, along with Thane Thunderchin's son, so that they fall in love and then the Duergar are reintegrated into society from that way. And they are able to stop working from the shadows and make a public reappearance into society. Now, unless they have some sort of strong mage, I mean, that might be the connection. They also were requiring, well, a Duergar was acquiring holy religious relics, and we think we have a key to it. We just need to find the door.
Did I just go by myself?
Sure.
No, we are not sending you by yourself, Doran. You have been very patient with us, Doran, but if it is all connected, then isn't it better to have a better idea of what we're walking into when we go and rescue them? If you walk in there not knowing what is going on, you're just as likely to get caught as they were. Especially if you go by yourself.
If only we had some way to teleport exactly to the destination that you wanted to get to.
Because that's not my specialty.
It
We'd have to
could
get
be.
Wait, don't we? I mean, I did meet somebody. I don't know if she'd be able to teleport us, but would I have any idea if Wendella would know
Wendella
of
does,
somebody? Yeah.
Wendella does not have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
I think you guys know that the capital city of I know what all my city names are. Hold on a second. Restaurant. I should remember that. Restaurant with in the thing. The continent is called Kuzlund. Restaurant is the capital city.
That's
Okay.
what it is.
Yes. I remember my lore. Everything is great.
Everything is wonderful.
Yes.
Nothing is wrong.
Nothing is the matter. There is a teleportation circle in Restaurant to go to nearly any city. But you have to get like special dispensation to use them. So there's that. Which Doran would know. Which is why I think that was a plan to get to Restaurant to teleport to Valinar, I believe, is where he needs to get to. Valadar. Yeah. So I think that was the initial plan. But he says the last thing I heard from them is that everything is fine. So Maybe it's time sensitive, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Was everything wonderful? Was everything fine? Wonderful? Is it the same thing? I'm asking the party.
I did not know. I did not get the message.
He
R-
says,
Remind me, what had happened?
the mages went to a mage conference and didn't return.
What? And how long ago was that?
A couple months, maybe 3.
And do we think they got sucked into a demi-plane? Or do we think they're being held hostage? Or that they were mage napped?
Mage napped.
I mean, if we're presuming that all of this is connected, logic would dictate that the mages were the ones that created this sort of demi-plane of temporal space. I mean, certainly there are mages that we would know, and if they're all combined together and held captive, that they'd be using all of their combined skills in order to create this space. But that isn't a guarantee. It's also halfway across the continent, so there's a good chance it's related somehow, but not as directly as we think it is.
Have
Maybe.
any of us
Yeah.
tried to send a message to the mages? Have we heard anything from them?
Just you, Doran, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can try contacting them now with the spell that I know, but
Doran says, "Hope. I've been distracted these last couple of days. Give me a minute." And you see him sort of concentrate, and a little, almost indiscernible mote of magic floats off. A couple minutes later, kind of looks up. So they said they're not to worry. I sent, he says, another there's a mage tower in every city, he says.
Mhm.
My counterpart here, Lauren, he said wasn't intending to give them rhyming names, sorry. I just made myself laugh.
I am Doran, and this is my twin associate, Lauren.
We're on our way to go meet Yorin.
His compatriots haven't returned yet either.
Listen, Doran, I know you're worried. And this might sound maybe a little bit callous, but it's been 3 months already. I don't think a couple more days will hurt. Hopefully, I don't think It will take a couple more days. I'm hoping to rectify this Aunt Sally situation soon.
Can't you just like stand in front of a mirror and say her name 3 times and she appears? Or am I thinking of something wrong?
That's
Something
Bloody
different.
Mary.
Oh yeah,
That is different.
Aunt Sally, Aunt Sally, Aunt Sally.
Yeah, but did it work though?
I don't have a mirror.
You hear a single gunshot. Just- As Aunt Sally fires a warning at Pip.
I mean, you're probably right. I mean, I'm still getting... Said they're fine. It's... Yes, let's deal with this.
Are you okay?
I mean, do I have a choice?
I mean, of course you do.
So if you want to go alone, I don't think any of us would stop you, but
I don't want you to go. I will be very worried about you.
Do you want to take Max with you?
That...
We knew you'd be safe, but
I'm kind of indifferent. You can go, you can stay. I don't care either way.
I
if you
I
find
hold
any
out a cookie
kobolds, you
in
have
front
to
of
feed
Pip,
him.
and then I put it away.
Oh. Just being honest.
You have to check his treads every 3 days just to make sure there's nothing stuck in him. They'll rest if they get wet.
He comes over and puts a hand
I
on
got like, my arm
Castor's hand.
around you. It's okay.
He's my best friend.
Are you sure you'd be okay if I did that?
No, but I would do it for you, Doran.
I just don't understand why you think that you should leave when we're about to leave anyway. Soon. We just gotta take care of some business and then we'll go with you. And I guess you can go ahead of us and everything, but obviously something's up. Can you handle it alone?
Maybe I'll collect Lauren. Then I won't be alone.
There you go.
Lauren, Doran, and Max.
Lauren, Doran, and Yuri.
I sense a spin-off.
Yuri calls dibs on playing Max.
Call tips on Max.
And you know, the more we get involved with some things, Max might make us stick out.
Don't say
What?
that about him.
He's very ostentatious. Is that the right word?
Do you not enjoy the thrill of the war machine? The thrill of the war
Yeah.
machine surpasses any sort of subtlety you could possibly be going for. You're in the war machine!
I heard nothing you said because I was just too proud of the fact that I got to use the word ostentatious correctly.
Is he just like tugging on the fanny pack like, give me my cookie?
Give me my cookie.
Aren't you proud of my big words?
I give you half
Yeah.
a cookie.
Doran, like, clasps your hands, Castor, and says, I appreciate this.
I'm gonna write a list of things you have to check for. All his favorite foods. And the recharge on his flamethrower. And to tell him I miss him every day.
Honestly,
Like,
by the time they're done writing this list, like, we could just go and get our thing done.
Yes.
he's my best friend.
No, I'm just saying there's a lot.
Gosh.
I wrote out a list of Doran of things he has to check and Max's favorite foods, and which is just as kobolds. Then I hand it to Doran. I'm like, if anything happens to Max, I will hunt you down and I will kill you. Just so you know.
Yeah, the
He
nut
nods.
lion.
I understand.
Be good and stay safe. Now go. Get out of it.
And Doran gives you a hug. He says, I'll keep him safe, don't worry.
That's all I want.
And heads out towards the, let's see, what is this, the one here called? I have it written down somewhere. The Frozen Obelisk. To collect Lauren and heads off with Max towards Rhez.
And
So
we're
y'all
never
say
gonna
bye
see
to
him
Doran.
again.
Say bye to Doran.
Now we can stop asking where's Doran.
That man is totally gonna die.
He'll
Don't
be
say that.
fine. He knows more magic than you do, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, and where has that got us?
He's one
I
of
think
my
I'm doing a
dads.
very good job.
I only exist because of him.
That is actually quite true.
You know what, Glimmer? Feel your feelings.
Bye, Dad.
It's okay. You're gonna miss Doran. You also exploded. There's lots of things happening to you right now. And we're here to comfort you if you really want us to.
Can you comfort
Doran,
Pipperin? Can you? I've never seen
before
you
Doran
successfully
had-
comfort before.
Before Doran had left, he did give Glimmer a hug as well. Be safe.
Bye, Doran. You will be safe too. Send us sending spells when you can.
I will be checking in on you.
I would expect nothing less.
And I'll probably forget your name after a week.
He does that with anybody. It's object permanence. We're working on it.
Every time Pip wakes up in the morning, he's like, "Where am I? Who are you people?"
Everything was so dark and you disappeared.
Parrot.
Oh my god, you did it again. Pip, that's just blinking.
My
We
About
keep.
3 times a minute, I just cease to exist.
goodness.
So, anyway,
Mhm.
like I said, feel your feelings, but also remember what's important and what's at stake. Children's lives are on the line. If you don't get your act together, then they might die, and Aunt Sally might win. So pull yourself together!
And I pick Pip up and turn him away from Glimmer. So, like, don't let him talk to you.
I was going to go fight that Sally anyway.
Stakes!
I want that bitch dead.
That is true. We have other reasons for wanting her dead.
Yeah, you can also...
Yes, yes, think of the children, but also think of me.
Yeah! And also, remember you can take out all your anger on her.
Most of it, perhaps.
Do you have all your anger out?
All of your teenage angst. I'm not an angry person.
She's only 9.
Oh yeah.
I'm reaching that special age where I am only interested in one thing.
Zenus
Boys.
Rocks.
will pull out.
Homicide.
It's just the 3 brain cells are just dying.
So you guys head out from the chaos that is the color guard house. Where are you headed to now?
To the man's for the reward. I'm just skipping around. I'm like swinging on lampposts, kind of like singing a tune about getting a reward. We saved the town, and now we get a reward. It's awful, but I'm
Yes.
jovial AF.
And you head to the mayor's in the Shimmer ward. You find there
He's dead.
guards at the front gate. Halt. No entry into the mayor's domicile at the current moment in time.
We were
That's-
working on a special mission for the mayor.
Indeed, we actually were. We're here to report out on all of that.
We literally saved his life. twice.
What can I say? You're welcome.
You see him put his finger to his ear.
Zenus will put his finger to his ear to listen in on the conversation.
And you hear him say, "We have 5 people here, 2 halflings, a satyr, a rock woman, and a rabbit." And you hear back, first you hear, "Let me ask the mayor," and then there's like this like kerfuffle in your ear. Like someone has grabbed one and is like, and then all of a sudden there's a loud knock and "Describe them!" And you hear the mayor's voice, and you hear that it describes you. "Let them in right now!"
I go up to the guard's ear and just very loudly says, "Hello, Mr. Mayor."
I'm sorry, but what other groups of satyr, bunnies, rock women, and halflings do you know?
Like, if it was 2 halflings, I would understand, like, oh, describe these 2 halflings and one of them in the city. But, like, what am I, that uncomfortably sexy rabbit person we were looking for earlier with the tutu? Like, what the fuck?
He's got green hair and a thick ass.
To be fair, we have fought with a bunch of shapeshifters.
That is true.
That's true, but if you were to describe someone who
Oh, yeah,
looked
that's
exactly
true.
like us and they were shapeshifted as us, that would not be helpful.
The correct question should have been, tell me, do you want to drop kick the halfling? The halfling man? If the answer is yes, let him in.
In any case, the guards let you in and usher you to an opulently furnished office.
Opulence.
I'm gonna steal something before we leave.
There are giant, like, red cushy, like those side chairs with like tall backs and no arms, and you see this very fancily carved wooden desk, and the mayor sitting behind it. Hello, my friends, you've returned. Everything has gone to shit.
We may be partially to blame for that. I apologize.
It gets worse before it gets better.
He goes, "It has been glorious. Everyone is coming again. They need me again. Ugh, it's wonderful."
Oh, so it's good that it's going to shit.
It's when everything is wonderful, there's no need for a mayor.
Right, that is a double negative, and turn it means a positive thing, so it's good that you are here. In any case, we uncovered a plot by Mr. Buckpike, who happened to be a Duergar, who was working on behalf of Thane Thunderchin, but then was also secretly developing her own individual things. Anyway, she's dead now, so one problem resolved. We found out some information here. It is for you. And
Give me like you guys can give me a perception check. As he mutters something under his breath.
24.
Ooh.
You said perception?
Yeah.
9.
Beautiful. Pippin.
Oh.
I got a 6.
Castor? Question mark?
Ooh. What check is this?
Perception.
8.
So only Zenus catches him mutter under his breath, "Good." Dead Durgar.
Oh, okay.
Zenus was like pause for a moment and then continues on with the speech, being like, "Okay, we're fine. Just normal animosity, not an intense animosity." But essentially, we believe that they are targeted in, as before, seats of power, generally across the entire continent, in attempt to destabilize and turn things into the advantage so that the Duergar may be able to reintegrate into broader society or some other portion. We're not exactly sure what the end goal is, other than it involved kidnapping their lab-raised daughter and placing her in a temporal demiplane.
Suliya?
Yeah. And this is secretive, well, not secretive, sensitive information, so it should only be communicated between the two of you.
She didn't happen to mention who Sir Sola's father was, did she?
Wait, I knew this information. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Scandalous.
I remember who this was.
You dog.
Well, no, wait, she told us that when we were leaving, didn't she?
Mm.
I don't know.
Which is why I'm telling him now.
It's been so long.
It comes around.
Don't even remember who I am.
I'm just
No.
a simple idiot.
I was gonna say, even when I don't remember, I somehow subconsciously remember. Or I'm just a bumbling idiot and it worked out in my favor. Right. So I understand this is some difficult information. We are currently tracking her down.
He's gotten really quiet because if I'm remembering correctly, Mayor Lightbird did not tell him that she was missing, just that she'd been acting like she had started to send a letter that she'd been acting oddly.
Yeah. Zenus realizes he broke some heavy news and is like, well, can't take
Mayor
it back.
Lightbraid was under her own kind of charmed state as well, so she was in no condition to be revealing the truth until only a day or so before we left.
Well, it wasn't even that she was under her own charm. It was a doppelganger had replaced her and kept her captive.
But she was also like out under a spell downstairs in the basement, right?
It was a combination of the two, right?
Yeah. Regardless, she was indisposed.
She was indisposed, and then when we got here, you were indisposed, and your laugh was in danger. So this was the earliest opportune time.
So she didn't keep it from you.
I suppose you want a reward for saving the town then?
Oh, I mean, if you
We
now that you
wouldn't say
mention
no.
it,
To be so gracious.
if you can spare something.
Give me a moment. And he starts rustling through. Oh, that will do.
You can make the check out to the glitter bombs. Subtitle: The Well-Intended Idiots.
He kind of
The Nintendo Wii.
kind of like pats you twice on the head and like pushes you backwards as he walks out the door.
Ooh, get him.
Yes.
Give me just a moment, and he walks out the door. Don't move. And
Are there any guards in this office?
There's a guard outside the door.
Outside the door?
Okay.
And where's the mayor going?
Unknown.
Is he leaving the room?
He has left the room.
I sit like on the edge of the mayor's desk and I watch the door and I look at Pip and I'm like,
Can I roll an investigation check to see what are some maybe expensive items that might not be noticed that they're missing. You know, might not be missed.
Give me an investigation check.
15.
On his desk, you see one of those little clacky things.
Like the
pendulum things.
Yeah. You see a couple of paperweights and a stack of parchments and an inkwell.
What about the rest of his office?
There are a couple of paintings on the walls. And in between two of the cushy chairs, there is a little table with a crystal candy dish.
I'm taking the candy dish.
Filled with candy.
I'm just gonna sneak on over, and I'm going to bump into the table so it wobbles, and I'm like, "Oop, let me," and then I'll, in the moment, take the candy bowl and stick it in my shirt. Like I have a little belly now.
Give me a sleight of hand.
All right. 32.
32?
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
18
Okay.
plus 14. I like these gloves.
Why did we let him have the gloves?
I'm a thief! I got a thief! It's in the name!
Admittedly, he took the gloves and he put them on and they turned invisible before
They
anyone
did.
saw.
Technically.
True. So you do that, and any other conversations you guys like to have while the mayor's out of the room?
Hey, Glimmer, come here.
No.
Glimmer. Please, just open up your little fanny
No.
pouch, please.
No. She's like waving him away.
Come on. All right, then you leave me no choice. I put it into my backpack. I'm sorry.
Anything else before the mayor comes back?
If the mayor asks, I'm selling you out immediately.
I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't see anything.
I stand up from the edge of the desk and I go stand in front of where the candy bowl was.
I like this
Casually,
dynamic.
but also kind of posing a little.
I like this dynamic.
Zenus is just filing his nails.
And the mayor comes back, and you see him go over to the side table to grab a thing of candy from his candy dish.
I do not move. I just stare down at him.
And he like reaches around.
Before he does that, I'm gonna blow my whistle.
Do not reach around me.
Before he does that, I'm gonna blow my whistle.
Listen, you may indulge after we have left. I don't think now is the time to get grabby.
Y'all.
All right. Shh. Let's focus on the reward.
Oh, right.
Jazz hands. I'm sorry.
He says, the coffers seem to be a little bare, but we did have a couple of, didn't have any gold, but, and he pulls out this like goblet, and he pulls out this little
Oh, by the way, I totally did pour all the candy out into the
So it's on the
trash.
Oh, it's on the table.
Before taking the bowl.
God.
I thought you shoved it all down your shirt together.
No, I don't want the candy. I just want the bowl. Rots your teeth.
It's bad for your teeth, he says as he asks Glimmer for a cookie every time he does anything.
He
So he
earns
pulls
those
out like
cookies.
Where is? Oh, there it is. He pulls out this mug. Or a goblet. He pulls out this little box of figurines, carved figurines, and he pulls out this looks like a rolled up rug. He's like, I know it's a little goofy, but it's what I have. Each of these you can probably sell for like 500 gold a piece.
I go and
I
grab
open
the rug.
fanny pack.
Oh. Okay. Glimmer steps forward with the fanny pack.
As you guys
Kind of hit
receive
checks Pip out of the way a little bit.
You hear a crack in his bag. Just kidding. That does not happen.
as you receive 3 art objects as reward to be
500 each, so for a total of 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
I know a place where we can sell these.
Thank you for your generosity, Mr. Mayor. We appreciate it.
He kind of nods and goes back to sitting in his chair. I'm
gonna have a private conversation with the mayor.
Before that happens, and I think as Zenus is walking
Before
out
we
the door,
burn that bridge.
Zenus will look at the mayor and just say, I promise we are doing everything in our power to make sure your daughter is returned home safe. I've been updating I've been updating Mayor Ladbraid, and I can update you too when we have information.
I would appreciate that.
Of course. And Zenus will bow deeply and say, thank you and best of luck. The city needs you.
He kind of half smiles again. And the 3 of you walk out, or the 4 of you, I guess, because Suliya's going to be there.
Yeah, Glimmer curtsies.
You all are walking out, and usually I'm striding behind all of you anyway, so I'm kind of just gonna slip back and try to go unnoticed. To slip back
People can roll
into the
perception
office.
checks to see if they notice him.
That is a 27 stealth.
Probably not. That I don't think anybody can roll 27
I
perception.
Yeah,
I don't
I got
think I can
20.
beat it.
24.
Ah.
17. Yeah,
Even at a nat 20, I'd only get a 25, so.
same. Oh well.
So you guys don't notice Pip stay behind?
Hey, Mr. Mayor.
Well, what are you still doing here?
I'm just gonna saunter up. And I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper and grab a pen. I'm gonna write something. I'm gonna slide it to him. That's the address of a woman named Polly. I know her well. And her partner? I don't know what they're called. I don't know. Are they married? Do you ever have marital problems? Anyway, no, I'm not going to get into that.
The mother of my child lives in a completely different city than I do. What do you think?
Right. Well, anyway. They have a kid missing, too. And if you need anyone to talk to, she's a good person to talk to. They'll understand. And bye. And then right before I slip out the door, I say, "I'm keeping the candy bowl!" And then I run.
Rose is about bottom down.
And you see him just as well, you wouldn't see him because you've turned it around, but he pulls out a piece of paper and starts writing a letter. Okay. So you guys exit the mayoral estates.
I just slip behind the group. They're probably like almost out the door, just like chatting and whatever, and they don't usually notice Pip unless he's talking, because when he's talking, he's being a disgusting little person.
I mean, you said it, not us.
Is it like a canary in the gold or in the mine situation though? Like we noticed that we don't hear anything.
I don't know. Maybe you're just enjoying the respite, because sometimes he just doesn't talk. It's just when he does, it's awful.
27 wasn't that we didn't notice, it's just that we stayed quiet.
Yeah.
That one chose not to.
But then I just kind of, you're probably like out the door already, and I'm just gonna like jump out the window, climb down the side of the building, and kind of just like slip in, go around the corner, and just join you. Stuff.
Well, cool. So it is probably late afternoon, early evening at this point. What would you guys like to do?
Oh my god, I am so hungry. We haven't eaten at all today.
Yeah, I could eat.
Let's go eat. What are you in the mood for, Pipperin?
What? I'll eat anything. I eat out of dumpsters when I'm on the rocks, you know?
Oh, well, okay, if you wanted to eat something not that, what would you like?
Dealer's choice. Have you ever had duck? I could go for some duck.
Let's go get some duck.
Why not?
What's the most exotic race we've seen in this town so far, other than the Warforged?
Are you gonna eat it?
No, I mean,
Are you gonna kiss it?
That's yet to be seen. You know, I did find that bar had a very attractive Dragonborn bartender. Let's go get Dragonborn food.
You know, I'm down for that. Maybe they do have duck.
Yeah, maybe Dragonborns eat ducks. I'm sure they've got local Dragonborn delicacies somewhere. Let's go find some.
What do you think, Suliya? She'll probably look up, just be like,
literally eats halfling food.
yeah. Yeah.
Just get the
Insulted
side
ass.
salad.
Surprisingly picky eater. Will fully have a tantrum.
She only eats things that are completely burned, and if it's not burned enough, she'll burn it in front of everyone, and we're like, what are you doing?
While making, like, unblinking eye contact.
She casts heat metal on her fork and she'll start stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking around the city, can Zenus have the map out and see, like, because the name of, like, the person that we're trying to find only gets bigger as we get closer to it, right?
Yeah.
And does it only start getting bigger as, like, once we reach a certain threshold of, like, otherwise it'll just stay the same?
Pretty much. You haven't actually moved around a ton in the city right now, so it hasn't changed a ton. You do kind of notice it sort of like swirling, like your feet are like swirling, or as you hold them up, because basically it's like the Marauders map, where your feet are, where you are. You see them kind of swirling around. So clearly it's tracking something. And you think once you get out of the city, it'll be easier to determine which way you actually need to go.
He'll roll up the scroll and put it in his bag for now, and then just continue on.
Cool. Yeah, you guys head then to the Opal Dahlia, where a lot of this craziness started. And as you walk in through the front door, you see the tavern keep is half elven man.
Oh no.
Glimmer lets out a very quiet sigh of relief.
Zenus lets out a sigh of disappointment.
We both do. We're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over. Pray tell, there was a gentleman here not 2 days ago. Tall, broad shoulders, silver scales, muscular.
You're talking Dom?
Sure. Yes, I know his name, of course.
Dominic De La Ruse, the other barkeep that
With a name like
worked
that, my
this
pants
morning?
are already off. He left?
He worked this morning.
Left.
We don't work 24 hours at a time.
Oh, you mean
That'd be-
he went home? He didn't leave the city.
No, he'll be in tomorrow morning likely,
Why do you say it like that?
because his shift starts at like 6.
Okay. I guess we'll eat elven food.
Probably the same menu.
Isn't that the bartender? I don't think the bartender makes the food. It determines what food is made.
Yeah, who do you got in the kitchen right now? Just have a kitchen that they make food at this establishment. I figured they would.
Dominic's cousin, Brominic.
Do they have any duck? That's the question. I want duck! Give me duck!
Okay, calm yourself down.
Well, I mean, Dom's brother Terrence does work the kitchen overnights, so yes.
Terrence!
Are they twins?
I get a pig.
Terrence puts their full leg on the bar. Woohoo, boys.
Yeah, you, there is it's one of those open window style. And, the half-elf, yells, Terrence, apparently these patrons would like to see you. It says, Marquis, what? Why? What? And he sort of pokes his head, and it is, in fact, another dragonborn, more coppery color. This guy is.
One's hot, one's cold. I like that.
Okay, I can kind of see it.
Yeah, right?
I'm getting it.
And you see he's got on like fancy chef coat, but it's a little tight around the arms. And he kind of looks out. Hi.
Dinner and a show. Love it.
Hello.
We're just here to order food.
Okay.
Whatever the house special is, and if you have duck for my little one.
My little one.
I mean, yes.
It's chicken nuggets.
He kind of sticks his head out further, looks you up and down.
My son, this halfling.
He goes, I think I know what to make you.
You'll excuse me, I need to be alone for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
And you guys find a seat. And soon enough, stacked plates of food, duck comes out. I'm completely he's a very good chef. So, yeah.
Dumplings.
Yes. That's.
I have a question for the team. For those present.
Yeah, I'm here. I came back. What's up?
Without our mode of transportation, how do we plan on getting anywhere?
Walking. Now
What?
we have to walk.
Do you see the length of these legs?
You were the one who said, "Oh man, your war machine's a little ostentatious.
Well,
Obviously, that meant get rid of the war machine. So now we have to walk.
Well, no,
Pipperin.
what if we can replace it with something like a cart or a hot air balloon?
You think hot air balloons would be faster than walking?
Terrence,
Depends on the wind.
as he's bringing out the food, you see he's got like the fancy coat, and then he's got like sort of greasy apron underneath. As he brings you giant piles of food, says, "You could talk to Brock at the stable."
Brock at the stable. Got it. Is he also
what
your
is
brother?
Brock's deal? Yeah.
I know Brock sounds like a very human name to me.
He goes,
Your parents didn't?
You got me
he
there!
goes, no, he's been having a hard time lately, or he's been having a hard time since he came to town. People don't usually take too well to half orcs.
Half orc. Okay.
Excuse me for a minute.
We might have to stay in this town.
But he can hook you up with some horses if you'd like. And as he sets the food down, he turns to walk away, and you just see his tail sort of flipping back and forth as he goes.
Seductively or like?
Are they like dogs or
Messy.
cats? Is that
How is
good
that
or
not
bad?
seductive? Look at it.
That ass wiggle.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get a couple of drinks, finish eating this duck, and then I'm going to sleep.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to the. Never mind.
Well, I mean, I could do that too. I mean, but
We
he
could
has
all-
to work the night shift. We all could. You know what? We'll put a pin in that.
We'll come back to this.
We'll come back to. We'll plan the group. We'll plan the group seduction of the kitchen staff later.
Okay, wait, hold on. We need to figure out who's going after who. Okay, so Zenus is interested in Terrence. Castor, I can't get a read on you.
It's been a long week. I haven't gotten to do much, really.
I'm sensing your heart is going, well, perhaps not your heart,
My
but some
heart
part
only
of you is
belongs
going
to
in
our
different
wife.
directions.
Yeah, my heart belongs to my rock wife. Everything else is kind of all over the place. I
I'll
could
go
check out
after
the
it.
stables.
Cool, I'll go after the other dragonborn you told me about.
Nice. Divide and conquer.
Pipperin, how about you? Are you taking a vow of celibacy now?
What?
Since your wife's got a new GF.
I don't know.
Oh, I what? I mean,
I don't
I'm not
know.
quite into half orcs.
That's valid.
Well, no, I've already called dibs.
Oh, can I just? Can
you
I
can
just?
just be. That's
be?
fine.
All right.
Yeah, of course.
You don't have
I
to.
kind of just had a lot of traumatic moments with an ex, and
What,
you know,
think a little rebound would be healthy?
that's not how
Well,
I
get
do
your
things.
mind off it.
Nope.
I'm
Actually,
Mr. High and Mighty. Too
halfling
good for a
culture
rebound.
is very sex preserved. Isn't that right, Suliya?
Don't answer, Suliya! Your secrets!
Keep your secrets.
And with that, as you all finish your meals and head upstairs for the evening,
DM says go to bed.
we are going to pause for the night. Thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate you. Hit that follow if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're so inclined. We will be back Wednesday with some Dungeon Sphere, and back here again next Monday night to find out who's banging who, I guess. Have a great rest of your evening, and we hope to see you back here very, very soon. Bye.